up, guys? This is Anthony V back here for Kitchen Creations 101. If you could just do me a favor and push that subscribe button, and then we'll get right into it. What we're going to go over today is a homemade pizza, but first we're going to learn how to make the dough. Guys, I'm going to let you know, the dough is going to take the longest part. It's going to take about 2 hours to 2.5 to 3 to make, so get ready. Unless you want to buy your own pre-made crust, whatever, that's fine. It literally cuts down the time by hours. But if you want to make your homemade dough, this is how you're going to do it. We're going to take about 3.5 cups of all-purpose flour, okay? And I already have it put right here. Then, what you are going to need, this is optional. I have some Italian seasoning. We have a teaspoon of sugar. We have 2 tablespoons of olive oil. We have 2 tablespoons of dry active yeast. And then we also have 1 teaspoon of salt. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do first, I have a mixer right here. At home, you can knead this out if you really want to. We got lucky enough that one of my friends had this mixer and he gave it to us, so we're going to use this mixer to mix the dough. I'm going to take this. You're also going to need about 1.5 cups of warm water. And this is to make, mind you, about 2 servings of dough. So you can make 2 pizzas from this. First thing we're going to do, I'm basically just going to add all the ingredients. In the directions, they usually tell you to mix the water and the yeast first, let the yeast sit there for 5 to 10 minutes. I really don't care. I'm going to put it all in at the same time, because as long as you're letting the dough sit there for an hour or 2, the yeast is going to do what it has to. The water's just to get it to activate, okay? So, I'm going to first add the Italian seasoning. And then we have the salt. Add the olive oil. Active yeast. Last but not least, this is the sugar. Salt always brings out the flavor in things. Sugar just gives it that nice sweet texture. Alright, we're going to take the Cuisinart. We're going to bring it down. I also have it on the dough maker. I'm going to turn this on the lowest level to start off with and get all that kind of churning. Alright, in goes the warm water. I now have it on its highest setting. If you can see the moist dough at the bottom, you want to try to get it so it dries out and it all kind of clumps up onto the thing that's spinning. But if you're doing it yourself, you just knead it out until it kind of comes into a ball. Okay, it looks like it is done. Alright guys, for those who've never made bread before, this is about the size that it should start at, okay? When we first start. Now I'm going to transfer this to the bigger bowl so the dough can rise. You need at least 1.5 hours, if not 2 hours, to let this dough rise. This is enough for 2 servings. So if you can see right here, it's about the size, a little bit bigger than my fist, about 2 fists, okay? Once it rises, it's going to be about the size of this whole entire bowl. Hey Google, set timer for 1.5 hours. Take a towel. Boom. All right, the 1.5 hours has passed. Let's check our dough. Whoa, look at that, guys. Like I said, doubled, almost not triple in size. Now, what you want to do is you want to punch this down. Look, it looks like a pillow, like almost like a big marshmallow. And then after you're done, you want to knead it back into itself. And then you want to set it for another 30 minutes. Set timer for 30 minutes.
All right, 30 minutes, starting now.
Hey guys, well that is off to the side getting ready for the next 30 minutes and rising again. What you want to do is you want to get your pan or whatever cooking sheet ready for the pizza. We have a circular one, which is a pizza sheet. I'm just going to spray it down. We don't have any aluminum foil, but I'm going to spray it down really quick. Depending on whatever type of pizza that you guys want to make, I decided that I want to make a type of a supreme pizza today. I don't have the sausage, but we will use pepperonis I have here. I have 2 cups of cheese, which is mozzarella cheese. I'm gonna dice up this jalapeno. And remember guys, this actually has a lot of seeds in it. If you can see, this is gonna be a spicy jalapeno. The peppers have, the most of the spice comes from the seeds. So, this is gonna be a gnarly one. I'm only gonna cut up 5 slices. This is gonna be a really good jalapeno. And we'll just keep those to the side over here. I've already kind of julienned 2 peppers right here earlier, but because it's a pizza and I want to kind of have them diced, I'm gonna cut them up a little bit more. Because there's holes in this and I don't have any aluminum foil, I'm just gonna stick a towel under it because I'm gonna put a base down of some crumbs as well too. It has been pretty much 2 hours for the dough to rise, okay? I beat it down once, this is it rising again. Like I said before, this is 2 servings of dough, so I'm going to split this up after I get done beating it down again. And I'm gonna split this up into 2 servings so I can use the second serving for another pizza tomorrow. I'm gonna take it right like here, take it in the middle and kind of just twist. That's it. And I already have together my cooking sheet and I have pre-baked the oven to preheat to 475. If you guys want to, you can set up to 500. Now remember, the higher the temperature, the less time that you need to do. Really good pizza ovens, like the brick ovens that you get at like really good pizza restaurants, they're old school. Their ovens are 800 to 1,000 degrees and they cook from 4 to 5 minutes. That's how fast it takes. That's why they can pop out so many pizzas. We don't have an oven like that, so it's gonna take around 10 to 12 minutes at about 475, almost 500 degrees. I have 1 dough. We're gonna place it right there in the middle, and then we're just gonna kind of spin this and stretch it out. Okay guys, what you want to do after you get all spread out, you want to spray it lightly with some olive oil if you have some, and then poke it all over in the dough. The reason for the pokes is in case there's air in the dough, you don't get bubbles in the dough when it rises. Now, to make a really crispy crust so it doesn't get like really mushy when you put the sauce on, I always like to put it in the oven for at least 4 minutes. So that's exactly what I'm about to do. I'm gonna put this in the oven for 4 minutes, and then I'm gonna put it back out, put the sauce on, the cheese, and the toppings. This is after 4 minutes of it being in the oven. What I also did was spray it down a little so it has a little bit of a base. Now, what we are going to do, I'm gonna take the ladle. You want to take about a ladle to a ladle or a half a ladle, and then just put it down on the pizza. Now, if you remember watching a lot of pizza places, when they do it, you just take it and swirl around. All right, we have been at 475 for 12 minutes. We are going to pull out the Supreme Pizza. There it is, guys. The homemade Supreme Pizza.